Hello, I am Pavan Kumar of class 10th from Maharshi Dayanand Public School. I am going to convey one of the famous speech given by the distinguished personality that is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was born on 24th February 1955 in San Francisco, California. He was one of the famous American technologists. He was CEO of Apple Company and discovered two important software that is Next and Pixar. If you want to learn how to get the most out of your life, there isn't a much better teacher than Steve Jobs, who appeared to pack several lifetimes, never mind several careers, into his 56 years on our planet. On 14th June 2005, Steve Jobs delivered a very strong and powerful commencement speech to the graduating class at Stanford University. During Jobs' 15 or so minute speech, he told three separate stories. The first story consisted of his childhood and how he developed his education in an oddly fashioned way. That is, the first story is about connecting the dots. Now, the second story was about love and loss. And the third and final story Jobs told was about death. The main excerpt of the speech is like this: I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And there I spending all of the money my parent had saved for entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. It was pretty scary at that time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and began dropping in on the ones that looked interesting. It wasn't all romantic. I didn't have a room, so I slept on the floor in friend's room. I returned Coke bottles for the $5 deposits to buy food with, and I would walk the 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. I loved it, and much of what I stumbled into by following my curiosity and intuition turned out to be priceless later on. Let me give you one example. Reed College at that time offered perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country. Throughout the campus, every poster, every label on every drawer was beautifully hand calligraphed. Because I had dropped out and didn't have to take the normal classes, I decided to make a calligraphy class to learn how to do this. I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about varying the amount of space between letter combination, um, about what makes great typography great. It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way that science can't capture, and I found it fascinating. None of this had even half of practical application in my life. But 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me. And we designed it all into a Mac. It was the first computer with beautiful typography. If I had never dropped in on the single course in college, the Mac would never had multiple typefaces or proportionally spaced fonts. And since Windows just copied the Mac, it is likely that no personal computer would have them. If I had never dropped in on this calligraphy class, and personal computers might not have wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it is impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very clear looking backward 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your guts, your destiny, your life, your karma. Whatever this approach was, never let me down. And it has made all the difference in my life. Finally, the speech had a theme that resonates with just about everyone who seeks meaning in their lives and their career. Do what you love. Your work is going to fill a large part in your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is a great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle. As with all matters of heart, you will know when you find it. Thank you.